Hey guys, Dr. Josh McClain here at Body Rejuvenation. I hope you're having a great day. Today I want to go through some breathing and some training and how it's going to impact the performance of your wrestler. So in general, most of the time when we're in a stance, we're already compressing a lot of our diaphragm, which is our main breathing muscle. So in this position, I'm taught to have to breathe with all my upper body accessory muscles. If I'm doing all of this, I don't get as much airflow as I do if I'm using the diaphragm. So I want to go through how to actually train diaphragmatic breathing and the benefits of it and how it can improve your wrestling. So the first concept is understanding what diaphragmatic breathing is, and it's the actual using of your diaphragm. So your diaphragm is a muscle that goes underneath the ribs here, and as you breathe, it should go down to allow your lungs to expand, and then when you exhale, it should go back up. Instead of people using their diaphragm, a lot of times we see what we call accessory breathing of the muscles of the upper body. So they're taking big deep breaths here, and you see their upper body going up and down. The muscles of the inner ribs are trying to work, their upper trap, their levator scap. All of these accessory muscles are working to get them breaths. But if in wrestling I'm tied up here, now it's hard for me to take breaths with that upper body motion. But if I can learn how to start using my diaphragm, lung volume goes up, I can start getting more efficient with my breathing. More efficient with breathing brings more oxygen to my tissues. More oxygen to my tissues means I can keep going longer and my performance will go up. So understand this principle of how to actually start firing it up. Diaphragmatic breathing is one thing we're going to work on right here. So first I just want you guys to lay down. Heels are up at your butt. I'm going to put one hand on my belly, one hand on my upper ribs. Now as I start taking breaths, I should feel my belly do all the work and my upper hand should not do any movement. So here's what it looks like. Versus it should not look like this. So I want to be working on taking full breaths in and out. If I'm doing 10 to 12 reps of that and I've got it pretty well under control, now I actually want to start working on it, the training aspect of it, which would be improving my lung volume with it and my control and my muscular endurance of the diaphragm. So now on the way up, I want to do 5 seconds, and on the way out, I want to do 5 seconds, just working on more of that control and a little bit deeper expansion with it. So here's what it looks like. And I'm really trying to inhale as deep as I can and then exhale as deep as I can as well, pushing the limits of that 5 seconds. The next way I can start training it is actually taking a little bit of resistance, right? It is a muscle, it's a diaphragm muscle, and I can start putting a little bit of resistance on it. So now putting 20, 30 pounds on my belly and having to work on taking deep breaths in and out. Why does this start to correlate to wrestling and performance? If I'm going and I start thinking about wrestling specifically, if I'm in this position, most of my weight is on my belly now, so I have to be doing accessory muscles here. But if I learn how to start breathing against resistance, I can feel and I can get a lot more volume of air in my lungs that I'm working through here. So this is a great position for it. Again, working on different wrestling specific positions, learning how to fire it up in here. Versus working through. So I can get a lot more volume with it, learn how to train it in different positions. So again, just recapping the benefits of it: increase airflow, increase oxygen uptake, increase oxygen uptake, increase oxygen in my tissues, increase oxygen in my tissues, better performance for longer. Also with diaphragmatic breathing, if they're getting stressed out, if they're stressed out after a match, if there's a lot of anxiety, this will help a ton to decrease that cortisol level and calm the sympathetic system down. So when I talk about the nervous system, sympathetic ramps you up, it's that fight or flight. Parasympathetic calms you down and allows you a lot more conducive learning environment and feedback environment as well. So a lot of times after matches when people are stressed out, there's a lot of anxiety, I can work on diaphragmatic breathing, calm it back down, and overall regain my focus. So it's just a couple things to work on. Great diaphragmatic breathing is going to help your performance. Let me know if you have any questions and keep impacting the world.